Okay, there's a lot of aviation apps out there, and most pilots, including myself, have installed way more than they actually use. So instead of listing every app I've ever downloaded, I want to talk about my top 3 favorite apps for pilots. Now, these are the ones that I actually use, and I'll give you a few solid alternatives for each category, plus a few honorable mentions at the end. These aren't sponsored, and they're not the best for everyone. They're just what fits my workflow, the way I fly, and I wanted to share them with you. Now, when it comes to weather, Windy is one of my favorite tools for understanding the big picture. It's incredibly visual, intuitive, and great at showing how weather systems are moving, not just what the current conditions are. I especially like using it for the dynamic maps. They by far surpass the competition on visually displaying wind. The little wisps show the direction of the wind, and the color-coded map is scaled for wind speed. Open up the menu to view different altitudes, going from the surface all the way up to flight level 980. The temperature map is very similar, but now the color shading represents the temperature at the selected altitude. Some of my other favorite maps are the satellite-based cloud map and the freezing level map. Windy isn't a replacement for an official briefing, and it's not something that has me heads down in the cockpit, but for flight planning and deciding whether or not a flight makes sense, it's extremely powerful. Windy helps me understand the story behind the weather, not just the numbers like you'd get in a METAR. Now, if Windy isn't your thing, there are plenty of good options, such as the Aviation Weather Center, built-in weather tools instead of EFBs, and quick-look radar apps like MyRadar or AccuWeather. Now, the second app, which a lot of you probably already have, is Flight Radar 24. This isn't something I necessarily use when flying or use it for flight planning, but it's definitely useful for understanding how airspace works in different areas. Flight Radar 24 gives you a real-time view of air traffic, which is incredibly useful for analyzing traffic flow into different airports, seeing how weather impacts real-world operations, and just for general situational awareness and learning. Plus, it's also a great curiosity tool. I use the app every single day when I hear an airplane fly overhead, figuring out the make and model, the altitude, speed, route, and so much more. I also leverage it when flying on the airlines, checking airport delays, and using it to track my exact aircraft to ensure on-time arrival. If you don't have it already, I highly recommend downloading Flight Radar 24 right away. If you're looking for alternatives, Garmin Pilot and 4Flight both have internet-based traffic overlays that view very similar information, just in a little bit more of a limited capacity. And also, ADS-B paired apps give you in-cockpit traffic when connected to the appropriate portable receiver. Now, lastly, and I'm sure you expected this, is Garmin Pilot. For me, Garmin Pilot is my primary electronic flight bag. It handles everything from flight planning and weather to charts, plates, and in-flight situational awareness. One of the biggest reasons why I love Garmin Pilot and why I chose it over the competition is the integration. If you fly behind Garmin avionics, Garmin Pilot feels like a natural extension of a GTN or a G1000. The workflows are familiar and the information moves cleanly from flight planning to execution. Plus, with FlightStream-enabled devices, you can sync your flight plans with your GPS, meaning that you can do flight planning ahead of time on the intuitive iPad screen and then send it to your panel once you get the engine fired up. If you're not privy on how Garmin Pilot operates and want to, I have a variety of different videos on my channel, ranging from a full 1 hour long tutorial to an abbreviated 5-minute mastery series. Now, it's not that other EFBs aren't capable. They absolutely are. It's just that Garmin Pilot fits the way that I think and the way my airplanes are equipped. With that said, there are some other great alternatives. 4Flight is incredibly popular, if not more popular than Garmin Pilot, and it innovates quickly and has a massive feature set. iFly EFB is another solid option if you're budget conscious or want cross-platform support. There's no universally best EFB, it's just the one that fits you, influenced by your airplane, how you fly, and simply how your brain processes information. Okay, before we wrap up, here are a few honorable mentions. These are apps that aren't necessarily aviation specific, but still incredibly useful to pilots. Uber and Lyft are essentials for when you fly into a new city and you can't necessarily rely on a courtesy car. Apple Maps or Google Maps are great for offering satellite views of different airports. They can also provide directions on the ground and help you find food. Fuel for the mind is just as important as avgas. The Garmin Trainer apps are essential for brushing up on GPS workflows without burning through a bunch of gas. These are great tools for seeking proficiency with your unit and for flying approaches ahead of time so there aren't any surprises when it's time to do the real deal. The Notes app or Scratchpad work well for taking notes in the cockpit. They're great for ATIS notes, remembering frequencies, or writing down clearances. The last app is the standard Apple or Google Calendar and the Reminders app. I live out of my calendar, which is synced to all of my devices through iCloud, ensuring that I never miss an appointment or a flight lesson. These are the kinds of apps that quietly make the flying experience smoother outside of the cockpit. At the end of the day, apps don't make you a better pilot on their own, but when they're used intentionally and for the right reasons, they can reduce workload, improve awareness, and make flying more enjoyable. The key is to build a workflow that supports good decision making, not replacing it. That wraps it up for this video. If there are any great apps that I forgot, please leave them in the comments below for all to see. My name's Cam Carr, and thanks for sticking around till the end. We'll see you in the next video.